I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Marco Bull, thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a Spanish guy. I was born in a small island called Tenerife. It's in the Canary Island group near Africa, but they are part of Spain. So I grew up in a small village, and since I remember, I think I was 14 years old, talking with my best friend, I said to him that his future, I would like to be porn actor and also sergeant in the army. So yeah, I grew up there. I did my studies. I finished my studies university, also high grade school, and then I joined the army when I was 18. And after that, always trying to uh, being inside porn. But here in Spain was difficult when you live in an island, because people at the mainland, they used to look for people who live in the mainland, who don't need to pay tickets, flight tickets, and everything. So on that time before, they used to take guys or good that someone know each other and they introduce them in the industry, but at the same time they look for guys maybe on different clubs where they do uh, live shows, like Nacho Vidal, for example. He was working in a live show, and some guy watch it and say, "Hey, this guy is good for that." So look, finally he was a superstar. And also on the live shows in the erotical festival, but you need to have someone who bring you there, like invitation. So that's points were difficult for me living an island because no one want me. And then also on that time when I was 18 and I was available to do that was near impossible because there were not internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember writing letters to the different companies. But finally, after COVID, different things happened about that. I was near to sometimes when I went to the mainland, but the most of places they were like scam. They are saying that they do casting for guys, then you must pay 100 euros similar, and then they ask you for 2 free scenes, but they don't pay you. And after that, they don't take it anymore. Maybe if you're a superstar like Jordi or someone like that. But usually they take 2 guys, they have 2 scenes for free, and then they don't call them anymore. So they are having free scenes because of the guys always, because always we have guys who want to be in porn. So it's like that. So I decided to don't do that casting, and also they told me that I want to ever be in porn. They were the only ones who does casting, blah blah blah. But then after COVID, uh, it's inside the question. I can answer you if you want because it's one of the questions. But then yeah, after COVID situation was when I finally start in porn. I can explain you later if you want how it started. But this is a little bit about myself. I'm a sportive guy. I love sports since I was a kid. I always have played like 2, 3 sports of time, and I like being healthy, and that's it. I'm a family guy and a simple, normal person. I'm not just fulfilling a dream.
And what's your height and weight?
I'm in centimeters. I'm 192 and 89.9 kilo.
Okay. You alluded to it a little bit. How did you actually start in the porn industry?
As I told before, was inside the COVID situation. I was working at my main job 1 week and then 1 week for free at home. So the truth is that I was just watching porn because I love porn. And then I saw their famous actress who's called Shalina Divine. She's Romanian, but she lives in Budapest. And I love her a lot. I love her movies. And then I realized that on the background, the place where Tenerife, that is the island where I live. So for me, it was like a shock. Like, it's not real. So then I look for the other part of the porn series, and that's it. It was Tenerife. So I look for the company on internet, and I just press on the contact link, and I wrote an email explaining everything that I have watched this movie. I live in Tenerife. If they are making casting or similar, maybe I can try. Just don't expecting anything, like all the years before with another company.
Hmm.
But finally, they answered me and they asked for some pictures and some videos. I sent to them and they say, "Hey, you look good." Yeah, it's always good having someone new inside the industry. So I will put you in contact with a producer who want to move there. So they gave me the number 1 month ago. We started talking each other, and after 1 month and a half, he told me, "Hey, in March 2022, I will make a series in Tenerife, and I will bring three girls and one guy. So if you want, you can try there." So I went there. I did my first scene that was also just anal, nothing, not vaginal in any moment. And outside, 39 degrees was like everything was fireproof for me. But it was good. Finally, at night, he told me, "Hey, it's not bad. So if you want, I can give you four scenes more this week." So I did four scenes more, and then I started there, like making short scenes for him here in Tenerife different times. And then June, his name is Lotzi, he's a famous producer. And after that, he told me, "Hey, I will send you to Budapest to try there." So he sent me to Budapest, and being in Budapest, the director Mariska called me for shooting with her. And like this was the first contact inside the industry.
Okay, you've talked a bit about your first shoot. Can you tell us about your last shoot?
About my last one,
Hmm.
yeah, my last one has been for the big company Vixen, more exactly for Tushi. It's the last shoot I have done just before finishing July for a big part of a second movie. And yeah, it's always great when I work for them. They take a lot of care of you. They take a lot of care of everything, equipment, place to rest, food. So it's always a big pleasure for me being working for them.
And who are your co-performers on that shoot?
Sorry?
Who are your co-performers on that shoot?
Yeah, the thing is, I cannot give the names yet because when the scenes are not released, we
Okay,
cannot say nothing. It's like, like a surprise. But I think it will be released soon, like not more than maybe 1 month.
okay, cool. What do you enjoy most about being a porn star?
The truth, it's first of all, I think the most of guys they think that it's being with beautiful, sexy girls, and of course it is. But at time, for me, it's the point that I have met really, really amazing and great people. Because finally, uh, there is not any taboo, so you can be natural as you are. So you can be naked in front of people without anyone who looks strange to you. And also you can speak about everything because we are giving our body to another people. So you can speak about everything. People is clear. So there are always good vibes, good energies, and also the traveling. I have traveled a lot in these last 2 years. And for me, it's an experience. It's tired because sometimes I have took like 5 flights one day. But at the same time, it's amazing because you are being in different places, new places. You are meeting people. You are visiting amazing places. You are shooting there. So it's great. It's just great.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, I would like to think that in 5 years, I would like to go to United States for shooting there, and also I would like to have my own uh, productions. So I'm creating now my own trademark, my Marco Bull videos, but it's for more for OnlyFans kind of content, you know. But also with my intro, I'm trying to improving it always a little bit, trying to have something new, different to give to the world, you know. So I would like to think that I will have something mine and a time that maybe I will have the opportunity of shooting in United States because I think this the next step, you know, because I think nowadays in Europe I'm shooting with the best companies. So next step, I think for everyone will be shooting in LA or United States, you know.
Mhm. What has surprised you the most since joining the industry?
The true are the people, because at the beginning I thought that maybe it's like when you arrive to another job out of phone. Sometimes you know you arrive different places and people are like just thinking on themselves. They don't look at you until the time pass and you know better each other. But for me, what's great how you arrive to different places and people used to act like with you like they know you from a lot of time before. So for me, that I think that it has been the most impressive or surprise part since I joined the industry.
What's your favourite sexual position on and off camera and why?
Hmm. The truth maybe it sounds a bit nasty, but the truth is that I love all kind of positions. It just depends the girls who I work with or who I have sex uh, off of camera in my private life. But usually I like everything. It's like a dance, you know. Depends with who you are. Some things are better or not. Some things work or they not. Because with some girls you can love doggy style because they love it. But in the opposite, with another ones, they like when you pick them up and you have sex in standing. And I love that. I love that position because I think it's beautiful. If I need to say one, I will sell the standing sex with them on my hips.
Are there any sex shots you haven't shot yet but want to?
Mm, in the inside industry, the only thing I have not done and I really would like to is a gangbang reverse. You know, a lot of girls and just me. I have done for content, but not inside the industry yet.
Which porn star do you most like to work with?
Hmm. The truth is that my dream was shooting with Shalina Divine, the actress that was in the movie when I started in porn. And 1 year later, I was shooting with her. So I could say that my dream of shooting with someone was fulfilled 1 year later. But nowadays, I am shooting with very good actresses. But if I would say someone, maybe with different American stars, like for example Blake Blossom, that she's a girlfriend of a very good friend of mine who I have shoot with together. Dan. So I think so that maybe with her with Blake Blossom.
What would you change about the adult industry?
I would like to change the point of view of the society. In the what I mean is you know porn exists since a lot of years ago, and also nowadays having all the different opportunities that we have to show to the world how it works really behind the camera. Sometimes the governments or countries, they don't want to show that. It's true that in some ways are going good, but I think that porn is like just still having stigma and grown ideas that how it works, about healthy, about different STD controls. So people sometimes they think that it's just what you see on the screen, like just Sodoma and Gomorrah, but it's not like that. So I think this is one of the points that I would like to change.
Has the stigma around the adult industry affected you?
I think that the one there are two sides. I think one side, or maybe three. One general one that is like people inside the industry. We are crazy. We just want to have sex, crazy sex everywhere all the time. At time, I see two sides. I see the girls' side, where, of course, they are the queens in porn. People used to say like, "Oh, but when you are a girl, you have a lot of stigma," and it's true, but it's not because of them. It's because the society. And I think it's always the same. It's because they don't know how really it works. Like like it's kind of prostitution or something like that. So I think this is not good because everyone in the industry, as in every work, uh, we deserve respect for ourselves, and more the girls, because without girls we are nothing. You know, also in the normal life. So I think this is one of the stigmas, and in the same side, on the opposite side about the guys, it's like, you know, for guys, you are a superhero because you are having sex with amazing, beautiful, sexy women. But in the other side, most of girls think that you're a bad guy because maybe they see one scene of you having hard sex or making shocking or things like that, and they think that this is for real, that you're doing something without the other person let you do it. So, but the base of everything, I think it's because the knowledge about what is happening behind the camera. They don't know nothing about contract, about checklist, sexual checklist, about that person you see on the screen. They have been look for that kind of movie. You cannot do shocking to someone if that person don't want it. So we speak about that before the scene, and also we sign papers where each one say, okay, I do that, I do this with that limits or that ones, and the people don't know that. So, for example, for me, one of the things that I have suffered more is the first idea that we are crazy people without healthy controls that just have sex. At time that guys we are bad with the girls, and for me, girls, the woman image is the most important because without them we can do nothing. So yeah, they are the queens here. So yeah, in some way it's bad for them, but also it's bad for guys sometimes.
Are any sex acts taboo for you?
I think that everything in relation with dirty things, you know, like for example, I respect everyone what they do inside the industry, but for me, I couldn't be in front of the camera making like peeing scenes or also worse things, from peeing to forward.
Yeah.
These are my taboos. All at the same time, I couldn't be doing for example, a gangbang. I cannot. I cannot. I joined porn because of women, because I would like to show that it can be the more realistic as possible to people behind the screen, but at the same time because I love women, so I can do threesomes, these kind of scenes. maybe the most the TP, because we know how to do it, to don't feel the other guy or what else. But I couldn't be affording a game band, for example. I cannot. I just cannot be in the same place with another guy, you know?
What advice would you give to someone wanting to get into the adult industry?
The truth is that first point, and I said that because of me, it's never surrender. Because on that way, until I started with 38 and a half years, happened to me a lot of different things that could make me think like, hey, maybe this is not for you. All that happened are because of reason, but I always see the glass half full. So I always say no, no, until I don't try, until I don't have the real opportunity to make it. I don't care if the casting it's canceled or whatever, you know. For me, that sign is just was not the moment for you. So the first advice I will give is never surrender. If it's your dream, with porn and with everything, never surrender. Just go for it. And at time, train yourself, train your mind, because for guys more than for girls, it's another kind of work, you know. So you need the guys. You need to be like
Yeah.
this, and the 99.9% is inside your mind. So it's a kind of I look myself when I started also with my age, because I have not been inside porn. You can think, oh, I will be an amazing porn actor because I love sex. I can be having sex a lot of time. I have a heart, big or else. But then you arrive there, you have two, three, 20 people around, and it's like doesn't exist. And finally, everything is here. Everything is here. So also for me, from when I started until now, I do exercise every day. I train my mind every day. After or during each shooting is a new time to learn something, you know, to try to improve yourself. So I think the power inside your mind is one of the most important points on that industry.
Have you ever been grossed out during a shoot? And if so, how did you handle it?
The truth, let me think. I remember once that was a threesome scene, and the problem was that the girls didn't like each other too much. So they start complaining to each other. So imagine you try to be in focus, but it's like impossible because finally, for me, I try to create a connection with the people I work with. So I think it's basic for being hard. So for me was difficult because was like I was not there. The main topic was what one wants or what the other one wants, or what they don't want to each other, because one had to go to the airport to take the plane, the other told her this is your fault because we must shoot this yesterday, but you didn't want, blah blah blah. So in that time, I realized that was impossible being there. So I just went out, and I have always my routine before going inside the scene. And it depends if I need to arrive car or not, or just starting from zero. I take my routine on some way or another one. So what I have learned is to don't lose time, because when you are there and you just trying, and people are waiting, I think that it doesn't work for anyone. So I create my own routine and I just restart myself. So I restart myself, and then creating again all my fantasy, and then went inside. Finally, we finished. Was not the best one, but we finished the work. That was it's important to.
What hobbies and interests do you have outside of the industry?
The truth is, as I said at the beginning, I love sports. I used to go gym. I do CrossFit. Also, I like swimming. I have been practicing martial arts since I was 6. I have won. I've been in competition for that in the national teams, and also I was a beach volleyball and volleyball player during a lot of years with the national team on beach volleyball and with the regional team in normal volleyball. So, but also right now I love reading. I love my meditation. I love taking my bag and just walk to discover new places. Well, in my island or where when I go to new places, just take my bag, take the map, and press a point and say, okay, let's go here, and find a way to arrive there. And I love, when you arrive to a place that has a beautiful landscape, and make my meditation there, swimming, listening music, and that's it. I'm simple.
How did you create your name?
The truth is because 3 points. First one, bull has a big relation with Spain, because of the bullfighting.
Mhm.
I don't like the bullfighting, but I can do nothing about that. I can say I don't like. I respect people who like or not. I don't care. It's their life. But I don't like because the second point is that the bull has been my favorite animal since I was a kid. I grew up in a village, and my grandpa, that was my father really. They have animals there, so they have cows, bulls, and for me, the bulls has been always like my favorite animal because it's respectful, it's big, it's strong, they're humble. So because of that, I don't like it. So this is one point. The other one is because has a relation with Spain and also with myself. I feel myself also during sex like a bit like a bull. If you see my scenes when I arrive the last moment, the way I breathe and everything. In my past, some girls said that like, oh, you seems like a bull. And the third one is that when I was deployed in Afghanistan, the kids there, I have a lot of kids always around me, and the kids there give me my name on Dari, the local language there, and at time the behind my name was the bull. I didn't know what that means because it was in Dari, and I asked them, and they say, "Oh, that means bull." But I ever said anything to them that I love bulls. And I say, why? And they say, because when you come to protect us with all the equipment, you seems like a big bull because I'm 192. So more plus all the equipment over me. And I say, okay, that's good. So finally, that 3 points made me decide to choose that name. And Marco is because my ancestors we have a kind of relation with the people from Italy, and Marco is a common name in Italy. So I decide to don't use my real name, that to don't mix my main job with my job inside the porn industry.
To date, which porn scene you're most proud of and why?
Hmm, I think nowadays from the release scenes, uh, for me the one of the best ones that I'm more proud is the one that is now nominated for Xbiz Awards in September. That is with Christy White for Vixen. It's outlaws. It's a kind of story like Bonnie and Clyde,
Mhm.
and I love that scene. I love that. The storyline was great. We worked very good together. Was our friends scene together. We have shoot together by just storyline, but never sex. And that one was just great. All the landscape in Monaco, the old car was the same car that the car where James Dean died. You know that they built just 40 cars. So one of them, there was a guy there who rented, and everything, the villa, the motorcycle, just a big movie, you know. I love that one.
Do you watch porn? If so, what type?
Yeah, of course, of course. But I used to watch the same porn that I made. I used to watch passional porn with some parts that are a little bit more hardcore. I like hardcore sex with the limits I said before. But in front of the screen, I like to see myself, not myself, because I used to watch my movies just to try to improve. Uh, but I like making this kind of movie, like more passional with drama behind. Like before, you know, when I don't know your age, but for me, I'm 41 now. When I grew up, the were porn movies, not just seeing like, hello, hello, how are you? Oh, let's go sex. No, it's a drama behind, like a script, a good script behind. So this is the kind of porn I used to watch.
What turns you on?
Connection. Beautiful women with eye connection, body connection. Just speaking to me, it can turns me on. If I feel a strong sexual and personal connection, for me is the best. I don't need to touch anyone. If I feel that we have a good connection with each other, that creates the fire inside of
Who would you like to nominate from the adult industry to answer these questions?
the drawers. I would like to nominate my girl Audrey Ray. I don't know if you know her. She did her first scene with me some months ago. Now her scenes for Bracer is released, and it's a very good one with Annie D. And I think that she will be a big, big porn star if she wants and she take care about all the different topics. She has everything for be really big porn star.
Marco Bull, thank you very much for doing the interview.
Oh, thank you very much to you. It's a big pleasure.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?